Have you ever wondered what was Anakin's thoughts becoming Darth Vader? In the Revenge of the Sith novelization, it tells us that when Anakin Skywalker awoke in the medical bay of Coruscant, he was no longer the man who had once been a Jedi Knight. He was aware of only of pain, endless consuming pain. Every inch of his body screamed. His lungs were on fire, his skin raw and seared. His limbs replaced with heavy machinery. He could feel the weight of metal where flesh used to be, the coldness of steel where they should have been warm. The novelization describes this moment not as the birth of Darth Vader, but as the death of Anakin Skywalker. His mind was clouded, his thoughts broken into fragments of rage, confusion, and unbearable loss. The pain was not only physical, it was spiritual. He could feel the Force, but it no longer felt alive or bright. It was a storm of ash and smoke churning inside him. His first thought through the haze of agony was of Padmé, the reason he had done everything, the reason he had fallen. He reached out for her in the Force, desperate to feel her presence, her warmth, her heartbeat. But he felt nothing, just emptiness. The absence was so vast it nearly broke him. Then he heard Sidious's voice, cold, calculated, almost sympathetic. Palpatine told him that he had been found near death, rescued from the fires of Mustafar, rebuilt, reborn. The words echoed in Anakin's mind as both gift and curse. He wanted to believe he could still save her. He wanted to believe this suffering meant something. But then Sidious delivered the final blow. He told Anakin that Padmé was dead and that he killed her, that his rage, his blind fury had ended her life. The words shattered whatever remained of Anakin Skywalker's soul. In that instant, the novel says his heart seemed to stop. There was no breath, no thought, no hope. Only an explosion of horror that became fury. The Force around him twisted violently, dark energy tearing through the rooms as metal and glass shuddered under its weight. He screamed was described as more than sound. It was the howl of the Force itself, mourning the death of the man who had once been Anakin Skywalker. No, she was alive. I felt her, he roared. But even as the words left him, he knew the truth. The scream that followed was not just pain, it was despair turned into hatred. It was the moment when love died and anger took its place. As the medical respiratory sealed to his face, Anakin realized he was trapped in body and soul. The armor that would keep him alive also imprisoned him. He felt the weight of its crushing his humanity, locking him away in darkness. His once human breath was replaced with the cold mechanical rasp that would echo for decades. He looked inward, searching for the man he once was, the Jedi, the friend, the lover, but all he found was emptiness. The last pieces of Anakin Skywalker drifted away like smoke. The man was gone, the machine remained. And yet in the hollow that remained, a single ember still burned, not love but hate. Hatred for Obi-Wan for leaving him to die, hatred for himself for failing Padmé, hatred for the galaxy that had betrayed him. He clung to the hatred, feeding it, letting it become his purpose. Stower writes that in the moment, Vader is born in agony and sustained by rage. He tells himself that if he cannot save the ones he loved, he will control everything, the galaxy, life, death itself. He will never become powerless again. The mechanical limbs clamped into place, the armor hissed shut. His eyes opened no longer Anakin warm gaze, but the cold reflection of a monster. His heart, if it could still be called one, beat slowly in rhythm with the machine that kept him alive. As Palpatine stood before him proud of his creation, Vader's thoughts drifted back to a boy on Tatooine who dreamed of freedom, to a Jedi who loved too deeply, to a man who lost everything. That boy was dead. The man was gone. There was only the Darth Lord now. He could no longer weep. There was nothing left inside him to cry with. The hiss of his respirator filled the silence, marking the end of Anakin Skywalker and the beginning of Darth Vader.